Hello TVR Universe, welcome to my first ever podcast. Today I will be going through 3 things that I learned while being a YouTuber, and I tell you what, it is exciting to be here. Thank you so much. So here we go, let's crack. So 3 things that I wish I knew before I started as a YouTuber way back in the day, 15 years ago. Now technically it's only sort of the last year or so that I've been really trying to push my channel for you guys at TVR Universe. But 3 things that I really wish I knew before starting was having a goal. Now something that I've always been passionate about YouTube, so I've never been short of passion, but I wish I had more of a goal over the years, so it would have been much easier to grow my channel rather than having to sort of almost feel like I'm constantly starting again. So that's perhaps something that I would share with you now. You know, if you share and have a goal, and it's awesome to have that goal. So anyway, so yeah, so basically have a goal. Another thing I would say is preparation. When you're making your videos, especially, really think about what you want to do with your videos and that sort of thing. So think about that. Now, just before I carry on, I'm just going to make sure that the link's gone out so people are able to see this as we are live. So I'm just making sure that the link's gone out for you guys. Alright, going live. There we go. Let's see. And I'm just going to check my Facebook page. I just want to make sure that you guys have actually seen this before I ramble on. As this is the first live one, I just want to make sure it's cool. So I just put there. I just put going live. Live now. ED. This is annoying. You almost need a second person to do all this, which is really cool. But while you're waiting, I'm just having a brief look on the page. Feel free to... hello. Hello, shout out to our first been watching, awesome. I'm just going to send a link onto my Twitter account as well, just to make sure that they're aware. Going live. So there we go, everyone knows now, so wicked. So I'm on the Facebook page, I'm watching, blah blah blah. Okay, so what we basically were saying is 3 things I wish I knew before being a YouTuber. Let's watch that awesome intro again. Okay, so basically I said the first thing I wish I knew was I wish I had a goal for the channel. So if you're starting out, really have a goal, what you want to... what is your goal? You know, if you're a gamer, do you just want to show gameplay? If you're a beauty page, do you want to, you know, teach people tips on that? If you're maybe a carpenter, perhaps there's tricks of way you can, you know, prepare bits of wood properly. If you're a cooking page, maybe recipes or easy ways to cook things that seem complex but they're not, you know, all this sort of stuff. So have a goal for your channel. Another one was preparation, something that I've learned the hard way over the years. You know, this is a bit of a free-for-all, and a podcast will change over time. But I will say that preparation, especially when you're making your videos, it's very important to have preparation, know exactly what you're doing, maybe jot down some notes, have a script. Obviously it's a bit harder to do in a live feed, just because, you know, if I was literally just going and you know, it'd be very boring to watch. So bear that in mind. So perhaps just some bullet points, so you know exactly what you're doing. Please leave in the comments below. I know, yeah, please leave in the comments below, or ask some questions. So if you want to ask me some questions, knock them out now. I've got the feed open here so I can see it. So if you have any questions about filmmaking in general, or cameras or that sort of jazz, please feel free. I will see them on the side panel and I answer them best I can. And the first thing I would do is, I wish I had more of a vision. Now you could say perhaps that's sort of part of the goal, but I say goal is having a goal for the channel. But vision is something different. I would say, you know, really think about your viewers. This is something that I'm really in the last sort of month or two only really starting to learn. So think about, what do people see when they go on your channel? And when they go on there, you know, will they think, oh, what's this, and just click off it? Or they go, oh, this is interesting. Now, obviously, people that are into the same things you are, they'll be more likely to go on your channel. So obviously, you know, if you're a gaming channel, you'll have gamers. If you're a filmmaker's channel like me, then hopefully other filmmakers and content creators will come onto this channel and see this. And it's been really nice from the feedback, so thank you for that, guys. I really appreciate it. You'll see the banner below at the bottom which side is it? It's that stream is live, which is annoying. There you go. So but wherever it is, that side or that side, if you see the banner, if you want quality filmmaking tips, you want to learn about cameras, editing, how to get started on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, because that's where you'll get the best videos and best content for that particular topic. So if you want to learn and learn the more detailed side of YouTube, subscribe right now. So if you're getting value from this video at all, please give us a like, which is much appreciated. And right, this could be the first question coming in. Okay, that's a good question. So I've just been asked, thanks Brad, I've just been asked, how are you finding OBS and would you recommend it? Now, you may or may not know this, I'm using OBS. If you've been on our Twitter feed especially, or on our Facebook page, you'll probably notice that I've started playing around with OBS. Now, the quick answer is yes, I would highly recommend it. It's completely free. You download it, it's not dodgy or anything like that. It's brilliant, and it's specifically designed for content creators like you. And the basic idea of it is you can almost customize almost like your own live feeds. Like, so if you're doing podcasts, live streaming, maybe you want to lively show like maybe a film you made, stuff like that. And what I really like about it is, if you can sort of see on here, I'll just click on it. So say for example, I might be able to do this live actually. Let's just see if I can do this live. So just out of interest, let's see if I can add a browser. Let's just call it Google. And if you'll see, you may see this pop up. Let's see if it pops up. Boom, 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 boom. I just want... Okay, so let's just see. Right, tell me if this is working. So I'm just going to bomb up Google now. And it should... You've just added a browser source, but let me display the internet. So hang on a second. This is obviously probably something I should have set up beforehand, but you get the idea. So I'm just going to take it to Google. Just bear with me. There we go. So we are on Google. If I just bring this over here, this is really cool. So you can see that I could technically do a live stream of that. I could have, I could show you my channel. So for example, I could go to this and I could say, right, go and check out my channel. And what's it look like in a minute? There it is. How cool is that? So you're now seeing my channel as it's looking at the moment, which is really cool. So you can see now, and I can actually make this live, but for you guys, I don't want to like spend ages doing things like that live. But as you can see, so you can see the channel. I could actually make this a live browser, so I could take you through the channel, which perhaps I'll do on another podcast. But it's really cool. So you can see straight away now that my live feed is on my homepage. So if you just go onto my channel, or if you want to tell someone else to watch this live feed or any of my other podcasts, you can just type in TVR Universe into YouTube, click on that, and the live stream is shown right at the top, which is really, really cool. So going back to your question then, so if I just get rid of that, I would highly, highly recommend OBS. It's so, you can customize it so much. It's so customizable. You can put whatever you want in it. Okay. So I was just reading the question. So what can you do with OBS? Wow. Yeah, so you can design your own banners, say outside of that using Photoshop or Paint or whatever editing program you have. As you can see, I've got my banner there, I've got my logo on the top, which is really cool. You can actually have multiple feeds. So in theory, I could, at some point start getting guests on his podcast, which would be really cool, which I'm really excited about, which would be epic. And, if you click on that, the bottom, if you're looking at the screen now, bear in mind I'm no good with mirrors, bottom right, you'll see my little TVI Universe logo. That's actually a subscribe act button. So if you click on that, if you're not already subscribed, you can click on that, subscribe to the channel and get weekly content, which is epic. We now go for a short advert break. I love that. Give us a like, give us a thumbs up, or just write in the comments if you like that intro. I thought it was pretty cool. I'm just going to see if anyone comments on that. It's just a little intro. I was playing around with a new video that I made a week or so ago, and I love the fact how I was doing some filming outside for a video that you'll see this Tuesday, and I was just playing around with a bit of the music and stuff, and I just put the logo in it, and I thought, you know what, actually that's really cool. So I thought I would show you it here on the podcast, and I thought I'd also bring value to you guys by adding this new intro into my weekly videos to make them look more professional for you guys. So I thought that was really important. So yeah, so I'm rambling a bit now, but I just want to say, so I want to introduce myself now. So this is my third podcast, so it's going to be a bit random, but that's the beauty of it, because you guys are the TVI Universe. Now, if we haven't met before, if you're a new visitor coming into the channel, if you just came across this video by accident, however you got here, thank you for joining us. I'm Dave from the TVI Universe. I make weekly filmmaker tip videos for you on improving your YouTube channel, filming tips, what cameras to use, editing tips, and I bring this out to you every week on Tuesday at 7 o'clock, and don't miss them. And from June, I'm going to start posting some videos and some podcasts from each Saturday on a similar topic, so don't miss them as well. So there's loads going on. Now, just briefly, if you want to follow us on any platform, or you want to know what we're doing on a more updated schedule, if you will, or you want to think, I wonder what TVI Universe are up to, at any point, if you just go onto Twitter, follow us on Twitter, or just type in TVI Universe, and you'll get literally daily updates, sometimes hourly updates on projects we're working on, maybe new gear we've got, stuff like that. So you want to feel more part of TVI Universe. If you want to see like our sort of official web page, we're using Facebook at the moment. Same thing applies. Just type of TVI Universe. It's so easy. If you want to find us, if you want to find us easily, just type in TVI Universe into Google, and all our platforms will come up. Our YouTube channel, our Facebook page, our Twitter feed, and we're even on Instagram as well, which is awesome. And about sort of 4 or 5 o'clock ish every day, I try my absolute best to post you guys to TVI Universe a cool image of either a picture I've taken, or from one of our members or core subscribers that have sent me from where they've been that day, or maybe I'll go, oh cool, I'll post this picture, and that brings more value to you guys. So if you're getting value from this, like, and don't forget to subscribe. So I hope you're enjoying this. This is the third podcast. Are there any more questions from the TVI Universe? I'm waiting for questions now. Are there any more questions? While I'm waiting for more questions, I'll just say, should you try OBS? Damn right. Is it easy to set up? I'll be honest, it's a little bit scary at first. It's a little bit intimidating. If you've never done live streaming, or you've never used more complex programs, I'll be brutally honest. I mean, I've been editing for years, and even I was a bit like, well, okay. But once I got the hang of it, and I got my mate Brad to help us out as well, over phone, obviously, as we're in the lockdown. I hope you guys are keeping safe, by the way. Pure like for that. If you guys are keeping safe, like the video for that, because you guys rock, ultimately. And I hope that all you watching this, I hope all your family and friends are safe and well. So OBS, will I use it? Yes. Will I do tutorials on it? Probably at some point. Is it worth try it out? Yes. What do you need for it? Okay, so just briefly then, as I do tend to ramble, I will say that you could use your phone. That's a little bit ballsy. You have to use like third-party apps or buy an app. I found a free one that had like a free trial on, which I've been using to play around with. What gear would you recommend to use with? Oh, okay, so that's all, pretty much what I'm right now. Okay, so personally, what I'd recommend is what I'm using in a minute. So get yourself a decent webcam. If I'm honest, just go on Amazon, look at the reviews. Don't just buy anything, and definitely don't buy the cheapest one, because this ain't the most expensive one by all means, but obviously it did cost a bit more. And I like to think that the video quality of it looks pretty good, considering it's quite dark in here. I purposely haven't tried to mess around with lighting or anything. I just want to see what it looked like just with the camera by itself. So get yourself a decent webcam, but more importantly is where it sounds. Think about your positioning, that sort of thing, but get a decent microphone. I would actually spend more money on the microphone than the camera, because I think most of us can sort of let off, especially if it's a live stream. Maybe the video quality isn't quite as good as you like, though. To be honest, I think this looks pretty good. Again, add a comment below what you think to the video quality. This is supposedly full HD. Costs sort of about 50-60 quid, just to give you a rough idea. But definitely get a decent microphone. I'm using, I'll show you it. I'm using, I don't know if it's making noises, I apologise. So you can see it now. I'm using the Zoom mic. It's basically a dictaphone. It's basically a professional or more expensive dictaphone. And you can get a foam on it, and you can actually plug it by USB and use it like a USB mic. And at some point I am looking at getting a podcast microphone, but I discovered that I had this little beauty in my tech box, and it actually produces, and please comment what you think, it actually produces pretty good quality of sound. So I thought, why not use that, as I haven't really used it since making Reel. Now you're probably thinking, what's Reel? So Reel is basically a PTSD film, I said that right, just about, which deals with that topic of post-traumatic stress disorder. It's a short film I made with a couple of my close friends last year, and we do like to make short films. We try to make one once a year or once every couple of years. Again, we have a playlist in the channel. You can go and check it out whenever you want. If you like any of them, feel free to comment, etc. Anyway, so it's just a film that deals with that topic, and that was the last time I used my point and shoot camera properly and my microphone. Right, have I got another one? How much do you recommend on spending on a webcam and microphone? Okay, so I feel I've sort of said that, but okay, I'll answer that again anyway. So I would spend more on the microphone. So say if you've got £100 budget, I would spend 50-60 quid, if not more, on the microphone, and whatever you got less on the camera. Because I have really found that, being brutally honest, the more you spend on the microphone, the much better quality that the sound is. And just get a USB one and just check the reviews. Don't just click anything, because I know loads of people that do that. Not saying that you will, because you guys rock, but I do know that some people are cloned to just press anything and hope for the best. So look at the reviews, see if it gets 4 or 5 stars. If and you'll never get something perfect. There's always people that complain, or I don't know, they give it 1 star because it came a day late. That's not the microphone's fault, but that's just how the world works. But yeah, get a decent microphone, spend 50-60 quid, if not more. This actually costs about 100. But definitely, if you want one of those podcast ones, I've seen them for about 70, and they are brilliant. I mean, all the content creators are using them, and I'll probably get myself one of them at some point, just because they look cool. But the sound quality they give is probably just as good as this dictaphone, even though this costs a bit more than that. And on a webcam, I wouldn't spend any less than 40-50 quid. Any less than that is pointless. So I hope that's answered that question, which is cool. So yeah, so I would definitely recommend OBS. If we're looking at things going into your goals, what would I say about that? Have a vision. Before there's 2 of my favourite content creators that I am very inspired when I watch them, and one of them is doing a podcast as we talk now. Nick Newman, go and check him out. He does a podcast every Saturday. I just think it's awesome, and he basically just gives tips on to making your YouTube better, and he's just brilliant. He's always recommending all sorts of things, and the guys at Think Media I think are absolutely fantastic. They're so inspiring. They give lots of tips and stuff like that, and I've learned myself a lot from them. And I forgot what I was sort of getting at now, but anyway, so you get the idea. So basically have a goal, and what the point I was getting at is Think Media always say start before you're ready, which sounds really silly, and most people are like, oh, I'm not quite sure, I might be a bit camera shy, or what people think. As harsh as it sounds, as Think Media would say, punch fear in the face, start before you're ready. Just get your phone out, press record. Set up a YouTube channel. It doesn't take too long. Just set up a Google account, set up YouTube, film yourself maybe doing a blog, and your first few videos, I'll be brutally honest with you, will be crap. If you look at my first 50, if not 100 videos, as harsh as it sounds, most of them are probably naff, and it will take you that time just to learn the ropes and learn as you go along, make mistakes. It's like anything, isn't it? You can't just. You remember being a kid, you can't just jump on a bike and suddenly be really good at riding it. It takes time, it takes practice, it takes falling off and getting back up and getting back on that. And I'm a big believer about that, just get on with it. I think in this day and age, I mean, I'm rambling a bit now, but I think in this day and age, we do tend to get put off too easily or give up too easily. Our grandparents' generation are much more, get on with it. And I think we should be more like that, if I'm honest. Maybe that's a bit harsh, but I just think that's just how it is. So have a goal for your channel and wherever it is, and just go for it and evaluate your videos, from your first one to your newest one to whatever ones you're making now. Think, right, how can I make that a little bit better? How can I make, if you're only using your phone, right, I'll do a few more videos with that. Maybe look into what cameras you can use and stuff like that. How can I make the audio sound better? How can I make the lighting sound better? Do I need to invest in some lighting? Which I think I will definitely do in my next podcast, because I think this video is a bit dark, but I just wanted to see what the webcam did. This is the first time I'm actually using this webcam. So next time I will get my lights out and I'll play around with that and see if I can make this podcast look even better next time. So just constantly thinking about that and learning all the time and improving, because I think you guys notice, especially the last sort of couple of months, how much more improved my videos are getting. And that's because every video, I'm thinking, right, that was all right, that was good. I got the views I wanted. Maybe I didn't. Sometimes videos crash. They can, or whatever you want to call it. They just don't do well. Sometimes they do really well. Sometimes you're surprised. You thought you've literally just posted anything and people love it. If that's what your viewers want. And maybe that's something that I should also mention, something that you should know before you start, is really know your fan base. Really know the viewers that you're aiming at. If you're just having fun, you're just posting willy-nilly and you're enjoying it, great. But if you really want views, subscribers, connect with your audience. Do your best to put the time in to respond to their comments and if they're trying to work out who's liking your videos and think why are they liking those videos? Perhaps message them, or if you connect to them on different platforms, try and get feedback and that sort of thing. I think it's really important. It's really important to know. But yeah. And just take the time to connect and maybe bring in views from other platforms like Twitter and Facebook. And it's not the all end all. I mean, I'm learning personally to really get the views. You've got to tag your videos well, be specific, and I'll just briefly get onto that. And then I think so feel free to ask any questions to shut me up. But yeah, so I would say if you're making a video about. Okay, so here's an example. You're making a video about the best ways to cook bacon, right? I know that's random, but I am random, hence TVI Universe, which actually stands for TV Random. But anyway, so if you're getting value from this video, click the like button, because you guys rock. So just type in the YouTube search, the start of that sentence. What is the best way to cook bacon? And just see if there are any other better ways of wording it. YouTube will come up with the 10 most popular ways, whatever you're searching, people have been searching for, and perhaps title your video to one of them, and then click on one of them and see what views those videos are getting. So, you know, if there's like, obviously there'd be millions of videos, but if the first page, they've all got millions of views, if not hundreds, thousands of views, or even tens of thousands of views, I personally perhaps wouldn't target that. Perhaps add something to the title. So the best ways to cook bacon 2020. You click on that and you find there's a couple of videos that have only got, say, 100 views or even 10 views or something like that. And you think, right, target that, because you don't want to be in competition with high-end YouTubers. There's no point, because they've got the fan base. They've got thousands of subscribers, sometimes millions of subscribers. If you can find a title with a video that only has, say, 10 views or 50 views or 100 views, you have much more higher chance of people clicking on your video and get more views. So think about that. Another thing you can use is TubeBuddy, which is free. There is a paid version as well. Massively recommend it. It's just a plugin on your Chrome or your web browser, and it just tells you like what tags you're missing, what things you could tag in, if your thumbnails are doing well, which I'll get to in a second, that sort of jazz. And that's really important as well. And you know, so think about that. And also Google Trends. You just go on Google, type in Google Trends, and you can actually type in whatever you want to make a video about, and it'll actually show you how trendy it is at the moment. So if you type in something and, you know, last week loads of people were searching for it, but this week no one cares, perhaps don't post it yet, or maybe hold it in private and post it when it goes up again. You know, so you know, it's all about finding the audience, bringing them in, and again, working out what people actually want. So if you're making game videos, what games are people actually caring about? You know, I mean, I'm a massive fan of like the original Civilization and Red Alert and stuff like that, but I know that's not everyone's cup of tea. So perhaps that might not be the best game video to make. You know, my favourite game. You know, people prefer, you know, Call of Duty and Red Dead and Grand Theft Auto. So you will get much more views doing that. But at the same time, in the same breath, your channel will grow if you can find a niche. Like on my I have a lot of Facebook pages because I like making Facebook pages. One of my, like, not secret hobbies, but one of my little things I love doing is occasionally I love playing DOS games. And I thought, no one cares about DOS games. I'll just make a page about it, add a few family and friends. I've now almost got 3,000 members on it. 3,000. Okay, that's not millions, but most groups probably only about 100 people on them. It's got almost 3,000 of people that love DOS games. That's something that so be a YouTube channel. If I decide in a few years to make a YouTube channel, it should definitely be about DOS games, because there's a small group of people that are really passionate about that. So that's something to bear in mind as well. Find a niche within a niche, and the more you can niche down, the better and more productive your filmmaking will be, and the more your channel will grow. So bear that in mind before you start. But the best advice I can give to you before we leave today is start before you're ready. Punch fear in the face. I love that catchphrase. That's on Think Media. So, you know, they are awesome. Go and check them out. And just start posting. Just make a YouTube channel. Stop making up excuses. Stop going, my dog's at my homework, or whatever excuses you got. You know, I've got this, I got that. You know, the top YouTubers, they have kids, they have families, they have social lives, but they still post 3 or 4 times a week. And you don't even have to do that. Once a week is more than fine. That's brilliant. You know, if you can only do once a fortnight, great too. So just bear that in mind. Just post, and most importantly, be passionate about what you do, enjoy what you do, and remember that you guys are the TBI universe. So on that note, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, please like, please subscribe, check out the rest of our channel. Make sure to tune in to our weekly videos on Tuesday. I can't wait to show you guys them. So this Tuesday's new. It's going to be about the Canon M50 and how much you guys should be using that right now, because it's an amazing camera. But that's another podcast. So anyway, so have a great day. Enjoy yourselves, whatever you're doing, and you guys rock.